Well, good Monday morning. It is February the 19th, 2024. Pastor Robbie George coming to you on this Monday morning. It was a little cool to get us started this morning, maybe about a 29-degree start, but it's supposed to be about 53 degrees today. And it is February the 19th. The Daytona 500 was supposed to run yesterday, but it'll be running this afternoon at 4 o'clock there. And the weather was just not cooperative for they to get it in yesterday. I watched a little bit of the pre-show there after we got back from church yesterday. Had a great day in the house of the Lord. This morning, we are in the city of Raleigh, our capital city here in North Carolina, and I'm going to be reading from Matthew chapter 4, beginning verse 5, where it says, "Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. And Jesus said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then it says, The devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him." So we see the temptation of Christ here in Matthew chapter 4. I didn't read the first 4 verses, but we know that Jesus was led of the Spirit of the living God into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And it said after he had fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward a hunger. And then the enemy came and tempted him with bread. And the Lord said in verse 4, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And then the devil taketh him up on this high place on the temple, and he says, If thou be the Son of God. What a foolish question this morning the devil posed to the Son of the living God, because he is the Lord of glory today. He is the Son of the living God, and he is our soon coming King, and he is so much more to us. He's everything we need today and so much more. But he says to the devil in verse 7, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. That is in the 10 Commandments in Exodus chapter 20. But the devil taketh him up into this exceeding high mountain. Maybe it was Mount Everest, nobody knows, but Jesus Christ alone. And it says, he said, All these kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, the same things that the enemy tempts us with today. This fame and glory of this world in which we are living. We are just pilgrims here passing through. We're just here for a short time, and not like the country songs say, for a good time. We're here to praise and honor the living God. The glory goes to him this morning. Anything that we live this life and accomplish in him is all for him and for his glory alone. We had a great time preaching the Word of God yesterday in God's house. We preached on perfecting our giving, and we shared a little bit on Facebook Live this morning already about that. But our sufficiency today is in God. He meets all of our needs. He provides everything that we have need of. He gives us bread to eat. And the bread we need this morning is this living Word of God that I just read to you. And the enemy may try to tempt you and test you today, even in this Monday, as we get started on a brand new week that the Lord has given us. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we're going to rejoice and we're going to be glad in him this morning. And I invite you to come out to the midweek services there on Wednesday night at Gravel Hill Baptist Church, 6737 Gravel Hill Road. Brother Tim Thomas will be preaching the Word of God this Wednesday night. And then next Sunday, by God's good graces, if he lets us live, if he doesn't rapture his church, we're going to be preaching on getting into the dozen next week. I think we're going to be looking at church attendance, maybe Sunday school attendance. And I just pray that you would come and listen to the Word of God and then take it and apply it to our life. That's what God wants us to do. But the enemy will test us this week. He will tempt us without a doubt. And he's going to take us to places and try to tempt us and lure us to this world. He uses everything in this world to try to steer us in the wrong direction. But we have to do as Jesus did and speak the word of God back to him and say, "Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written. And thus saith the Spirit of the living God." I pray God's blessings over you today. I pray that God takes you great places this day, and he opens doors that no man can close, and he closes those doors that only God alone can close today. And I pray that you just come and see us at Gravel Hill Baptist Church. We've got our delivery done here, so we're going to head on back to High Point, and then we're going to be picking up a load going to Mebane today. So we got 2 runs, and we've got the first one done, and it's about 8:15, so we're on a roll this morning. But God be with you, and God bless you and keep you today is our prayer. Pastor Robbie George coming to you from Raleigh, North Carolina this morning.